If you often have back pain, you're in the right place because I'm going to teach you 6 exercises to strengthen your entire lower back and completely eliminate the pain. But be careful, these exercises are not useful when you're in a lot of pain, they're useful at a later stage, when you're already starting to feel better. And you want to work towards a strong back, a solid back that allows you to avoid pain for life. And that's where we come in, with moderate to high intensity exercises which will allow you to work your entire abdominal belt, lower back, and all the muscles around the spine to stabilize it. Let's go for it. So to do the exercises, you'll only need a mat like this one and a lot of motivation. Let's start with the first one, the dead bug exercise. I'm going to show you 2 different levels of difficulty so you can adapt it as quickly as possible. For your cervical area, you can place a small cushion. If you feel more comfortable, there's no problem with that. We rest our arms on both sides of the body and lift our legs so that there's a 90-degree bend at the knees and a 90-degree angle at the hips. From here, I'll fully extend one leg with toes pointed at me, and that leg has to be completely straight at about a 45-degree angle to the floor. First, I inhale, return to the starting position, exhale through my mouth, and stretch the leg. Each time we do one with the left and one with the right, we'll count 1 repetition. We'll do 5 like this and 5 with a much higher difficulty. We inhale, exhale. We bring it to the center. We exhale. 2, we inhale. We exhale. We inhale. We exhale. 3, we inhale. One last repetition before switching. We exhale. And 5, we go down slowly. Let's assess. Was it hard? Was it easy? If it was very difficult for you. If you felt pain in your lower back, I recommend taking a towel, rolling it up several times to make a small support that you can place here at your lower back, to provide more stability and reduce your pain. If it's too difficult, use the towel and do 5 reps in the same order and movement. If it seemed easy, let's introduce a slightly greater difficulty. Same position. Now raise your arms straight up toward the ceiling. I'll move a bit so I'm on camera. That's it. Now, take a breath and repeat what you did before. Extend one leg, but you're also going to bring the opposite arm 45 degrees above your head. Exhale. We take a breath and repeat on the other side. 1, we take a breath. We exhale, coordinating the opposite leg and arm. I take 2. We release. 3. We have 2 left. We grab in the middle. We release the left leg, right arm. We release. Last repetition. We bring it in, we release. We bring those knees a little closer to the chest, mainly to relax the lower back area, which has worked tremendously with this exercise. An exercise that may look simple on camera, but if you coordinate it with your breathing, I assure you it's not that easy. Great, as you can see, we started strong. Now let's move on to the second exercise, which is also focused on the front part of our body, and it's called rolling like a ball. It's an exercise that can be very easy or very difficult. It really depends on how complicated you want to make it. We're going to grab one leg behind the knee and the opposite leg also behind the knee. The goal of this exercise is to roll forward. Use the strength of my legs, the counterweight of my thighs and calves to balance myself. In this position, we need to avoid being too rounded and instead push the chest forward in this position. This lets us work more neatly and with better quality. From here, we do the opposite movement, rounding the back a little, and we slowly lower ourselves until we're lying on our back. I'm sure it looks easy from home too, but I encourage you to try it. I assure you, you won't be able to do it like I do. In fact, the difficulty of this exercise lies in how slowly it's done. It's hard to do an exercise slowly, maintaining balance and reaching the final position without your feet touching the ground, as you can see. And again, it's very difficult to roll backward very slowly until you get into a face-up position. Most people do this. Rolls forward, falls back, rolls forward, falls back. It's not completely wrong, okay? The only thing you have to keep in mind is that your feet shouldn't touch the ground in this position. If you do that, you'll lose the purpose and benefits of the exercise. Okay? Shall we go for it? Go at the speed you can. Try to do it as slowly as you can manage. If possible, try not to let your feet touch the ground and keep your chest up high when we're sitting. We're going to do 5, rest a little, and then another 5 so you can find the level that suits your abilities. We breathe in at the bottom, exhale, and go up. Use as much effort and momentum as you want, but it's important that your heels don't touch the floor. Chest out. This position looks great. Breathe in, then fall back. My head touches down and I stay controlled. And I sit up very straight. 2, I breathe in and round my back very slowly. My head touches the floor, I go up. And I stick my chest out. 3, this time I went a little faster. I'm going to try to go slower. I breathe in. Every time you feel comfortable with the difficulty, let's go a little slower, so that our abdomen has to work by constantly rebalancing our whole body, and there is a greater muscle demand. Very good. Stick your chest out nice and high here. Those feet don't touch the floor. I roll up, support myself, and rest a little, okay? Swinging your legs to relax the muscles. We breathe and go for another 5. 6th is the second exercise to work your entire anterior chain, deep abdominals, hip flexors, very good for improving that lower back pain. Then we're going to move on to a more lateral chain, and finally to a posterior chain, so you'll have your entire set of muscles protecting your spine. Let's go again. Building on your experience with the first difficulty, let's try a second one. Go a bit slower if possible, okay? Let's do it. We take a breath, exhale slowly, very controlled, chest out. I take a breath, let myself fall very slowly, very controlled. And I exhale. Balanced on my buttocks, I breathe in. I slowly exhale and rise. It feels a bit unreal from there, doesn't it? 3, I have 2 left. I inhale very slowly. I roll back, exhale, and roll up. 4. Last repetition. We release. I sinned by doing the last ones a little too fast, but I don't want the video to get too long. Very good. Let's lie on our backs. Good job. Let's relax those legs, and now we're going to work on our right gluteus medius. Let me get on my side, check my connections, and let's go for it. We get on our side, keep the bottom leg bent, as you can see here, and the top leg completely straight. Let's switch the camera angle a bit, since we haven't done that yet, so you can clearly see this side position. Keep one hand here in front, okay? Use the other to support the head. The goal is to keep our body steady here without moving forward or backward, especially with the upper body. Point your toes at me and keep your foot parallel to the floor. I'll raise your leg about 45 degrees and hold the contraction. We're going to do the work. We're going to feel it here at the hip level. Keep your leg very straight, toes pointing toward me, and above all make sure that foot doesn't end up facing upward. Look at the side camera. This is wrong. Are you focusing more on the psoas and anterior muscles we've already targeted? Is that what you're doing? The gluteus medius muscles of the hip? Very interesting, because the gluteus medius is really one of the great protectors of your lower back. We go down, touch the floor with the foot, and up 2. We're going to do it 10 times, slow and controlled. Touch up 3. If it's too easy, place a small weight bag at your ankle. 4. We go down, touch, and up. 5. Down, touch, up. 6. 4 remain. I can already feel it burning in my gluteus medius. 7. Touch. 8. Last 2. Touch up. 9. Last repetition. Touch and 10. We bend one leg over the other. Tap at the level of the pelvis to relax the muscles and switch to the other side. Will you allow me to turn my back to you while I remind you of all the parameters? The lower hand, we rest on it as if it were a pillow for our head. Let's give him a second to take out the mic. The lower leg is completely bent at 90 degrees. The upper leg is fully extended. Toe pointing toward me. Left hand is placed in front to give stability to the chest, so we don't do this. From down here, we lift the leg 45 degrees, toe pointing toward me, toe facing forward. None of this. This is what we want. We're targeting the gluteus medius. We go down, touch the floor, then up for 2. Touch down and up for 3. Let's do 10 together, touch and up for 4. Touch and up for 5. Touch and up for 6. Last 4. 7. 8. 9. Last repetition. And 10. We bend targeting the gluteus medius. We give small taps and the area feels sore or worked. Now let's turn onto our backs. We have worked the gluteus medius muscles, which are here on the sides. Now let's focus on the gluteus maximus, which is actually the most important muscle of the hip. These are muscles that protect our lower back. They are the great defenders. And in my opinion, they are the most important muscles to work on in the body, because they allow you to protect your lower back, hip, and even your knee. For that, the glute bridge is the best exercise. You likely already know it. Lie on your back, legs bent at 90 degrees, arms at your sides. Then inhale. As you exhale, lift your pelvis as high as you can to form a straight line from shoulder to knee. Up here, I want you to keep a very strong contraction of your glutes, as if you had a credit card between your buttocks that you don't want to lose. We go down, touch the ground, and quickly come back up, as if the floor were burning. Don't rest too much on the mat. 2, we inhale, touch down quickly, and up. 3, I inhale, touch down quickly, and up. 4. This is where we need to feel the contraction. Touch and up. 5, very good. Let's do 5 more. Touch. 6. Touch. 7. Touch. 8, we have 2 left, that's it. Touch. 9, last repetition, touch. 10, excellent. Now let's lie face down. If you're someone who experiences discomfort in the lower back area when lying face down, there's nothing better than getting a small towel to protect that lower back area. Let's do it then. I want you to lie face down with that towel. If you want, put it under your belly button to reduce pain. Avoid straining your lower back. From here we're going to work on the gluteus maximus again. Do you remember that important muscle at the back of your pelvis? But not only that, we're also going to work on a hip extension, which is extremely important for the health of your lower back. Pay close attention. Bend only your right leg. I'll demonstrate so you can see clearly. The pelvis always stays on the floor, along with a towel resting there. Lift your thigh slightly off the floor. This will be challenging. Do it as much as you can. Hold for a few seconds and then relax. Where can you feel the contraction? Is it in your lower back or gluteal area? You might not be able to lift your leg, and that's okay. Just the intention of doing it will already create some contraction in the muscles, so don't worry. That's fine too. Even if you can't lift it, the important thing is that you don't make movements like these or lift your pelvis like this. Keep your pelvis and the tip of your foot supported on the floor at all times. I haven't mentioned this, but be sure to look at the floor like I am. You can also rest your head to relax more. Let's do 10 repetitions with each leg. Lift. Hold for a couple of seconds. That's it. 2. Let's go for 10. Come on, up. 3. Uppa. 4. Good. Let's switch cameras there so you can see it better. Up. 4, 3, 4. Come on, 5. Even I find it hard. Even if there's no weight, even if there's no movement, that seems difficult. 6. Let's go up. We should all work. Hip extension 7 and glute strengthening, regardless of whether you have pain or not. 8. I have 2 left. Up. 9. Last rep. Up. That's it. And 10. Very good. We switch legs and repeat, pointing the toe down and bending the knee. We also switch the camera, then lift up. Hold for a couple of seconds. 1. Let's go again. 2. Up. 3. Only 7 left. Up. 4. Up. Raise only your thigh. 5. And keep your pelvis on the ground. 6. Up. 7. We have 3 left. Let's go for it. 8. That knee flexion that I've lost a little bit. 9. Last rep. Up. And 10. Very, very good. Very good exercise. Let's take this towel away from here and get the mic back. Let's start the last exercise of the routine. I suggested 6, but I'll add one more at the end that I really like. Before we get to that last one, we have to do one of the toughest exercises we know. They're planks, an exercise where we hold a position with a deep, important abdominal contraction. We'll do 2 30-second sets so you can see the possible difficulties. At home, I suggest doing 1 or 2 60-second sets. At the end of the video, I'll show you how to adjust the dosage to your abilities. Let's start from a quadruped position to make it easier. And from here, what I want you to do is place your forearms in front, okay? Forearms on the ground, knees on the ground. From here, I want you to move your knees back a little bit and then bring your body forward, in such a way that my elbows and my arms are completely vertical and that I can draw a straight line between my shoulders and my knees. My buttocks are not here, my buttocks are not here, not too low either, but they're up in the air. I look forward and hold the position for 30 seconds. I like to take 5 or 6 breaths. We take a breath. We exhale, and as we exhale, we try to pull the belly button in as much as possible. We exhale to increase the abdominal contraction. We take a breath. Last breath. Very good. 5, a very simple level, right? To start. To finish this exercise, you can do a small momentano position to stretch your lower back if you feel any discomfort. Now let's examine the second, far more important level. I'll place this here. It's more challenging than the one we just saw. This is the regular plank. From the same position, what we're going to do is dig the tips of our feet into the floor. We take a breath, and we're going to lift those knees so that there's a straight line between our ankles and our shoulders. And we do 6 breaths again, not too low, not too high, okay? We take a breath, look toward the center, and exhale. We inhale. Two, and with every exhale, pull your belly button in deeply. 3. 4. 5. We put our knees down, move back, child's pose to stretch. Is it normal to shake at the end of that plank? And to finish, before giving you the dosage recommendations, we're going to do a small lumbar extension position. We're all very used to being in flexion, sitting forward in a rounded position. So we're just going to stay here for 3 minutes with the spine in lumbar extension. This is something that's really crucial for improving your spinal health, reducing the risk of disc problems and pain. And it's simply staying like this for 3 minutes at the end of the day. The plank, as I was saying, is one of the best ways to also work your deep abdominal muscles. We have an abdominal belt that covers our spine from behind to in front of the navel, and it helps keep the internal organs in place and maintain good intra-abdominal pressure to protect your spine. The plank is one of the best exercises, and you really have many variations to adapt it to your level. And for that, look, I'm going to leave a video up here where you see all those variations. So you can really find the level that best suits your abilities, and to avoid making the video too long, 3 minutes in the extension position. When you finish, I invite you to turn to your side a little, because that extension position can be a bit painful, especially when changing positions. And finally, we sit down. Impressive. 6 exercises that at first seem easy, but I assure you they're actually very, very intense. I did 1 set of 10 reps. You can add a lot more, do 2, 3, or 4 sets, filling up the time you have available to take care of your back. The recommendation is 30-60 minutes at least, 3 times a week, but even 5 minutes helps if you can't do 30. Doing one of these exercises can be crucial for relieving your pain and, most importantly, preventing it from returning long term. I offer a 21-day program called Espalda Acero, which over 500 people have completed with great results. If you're interested in working with me for 21 days to improve your back health, I'll also leave the link to that program up there so you can check it out with no obligation. That's all. I just want to say goodbye and thank you from the bottom of my heart, especially for staying with me until the end of this video. I hope you can share it with the people who need it most, and that you come back to my channel occasionally to keep taking care of your health.